Even though I was sure Mom didn't mean it when she had told me to find a place of my own, I felt the need to do something. However, I wasn't confident enough to do it on my own. When facing situations like that one, I always asked Akiko for help. An hour later. I couldn't sit at home and wait for another hour. I got ready and took a walk to the cafe. I spent some time there playing with the kittens. Akiko was half an hour late, but I didn't mind it. I was happy she agreed to listen to my problems.
Hi, I'm late. I'm sorry.
Hi. No worries, I had company. Now I realize why you come here so often. I feel so much better.
Does that mean I can go? You're dumping me because of the kittens?
No, sit down, I was just joking. Thanks for coming. It's been a while since we last had a chance to talk.
Tell me, why were you freaking out this morning?
It's my mom. I don't think she's too fond of my boyfriend coming to our place. I think she wants me to move out.
Okay, so what's bad about that? You should have thought long ago about where you want to live.
I admit it. It crossed my mind how nice it'd be if I lived alone. Of course, I would have to find a job.
You forgot! We already have a job! Although it is a part-time job, it's still something.
I wouldn't have dared to live alone if I didn't have a sure income.
In that case, you either find a full-time job or don't bring your boyfriend home.
Akiko, you're always so down to earth.
It is what it is. You're an adult. You should live your own life. And if you decide to continue living with your mom, you have to do what she tells you to do.
Well, she didn't explicitly tell me it bothered her, but it's more than obvious.
Don't make any rash decisions. Take some time, think about it. Moving in with your boyfriend is obviously not a solution either.
Are you speaking from experience?
No, I'm just saying you should weigh all your options. Both good and bad. On the other hand, there's no way to know whether you two are meant to be if you aren't living together.
I'm in a blind alley then.
You're not. There's a third option. The two of us can find a place to live. We could split the rent, you'd have more freedom, and you wouldn't rush into living together with your boyfriend.
That's a suggestion worth thinking about.
I suggest you talk to your mother about that too. Maybe you just jumped to conclusions too soon.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
There! I hope I helped you a bit.
Of course, Akiko. Talking to you always helps. Thanks for always being there for me.
You're welcome. You were always there for me too.
We changed the subject and started talking about work and about Akiko's progress with market research. We shared a couple of ideas and wondered about the progress the rest of the crew had made. At that moment, Mizuki texted us. Perfect timing. Next Friday. I was avoiding talking to my mom on the pretext that I had to study for a hard exam and that I wouldn't be. She understood and occasionally came to my room to check up on me, to see whether I needed food, and to tell me when she was leaving for work. I had been postponing our conversation for a couple of days, hoping that what had happened wouldn't bother me, but I was wrong. I was thinking about Akiko's suggestion more and more. Hi.
Hi! I just wanted to see whether you were still breathing. I haven't heard from you in days.
I didn't leave my room. I was studying.
I won't bother you much. I want to remind you that the meeting's today. You didn't forget, did you?
No, I didn't, but thanks for thinking about me. I assume your next sentence will be to dress carefully for the meeting.
It goes without saying, but that doesn't mean that you should dress too formally. Wear something that will highlight your cheerful nature and your hot body. You know what I mean.
Could you explain it to me?
Bright colors, tight skirt, pants, or a dress. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. Get all eyes on you when you enter the office.
Is it appropriate to dress like that for a meeting?
It is if you dress with taste. My cousin's gonna be there. He confirmed.
Wait a second, you want me to look nice for your cousin. Is that right?
What if it is? Don't rat on me. I don't want to fight with your boyfriend.
I've got you now.
Come on. I told you how to get a guy to notice you. And you want to blackmail me?
Don't worry, nothing will happen to you if my transformation is successful.
You big meanie!
Birds of a feather flock together. I have to go now. See you later at ChatLinx.
See you!
I grabbed my backpack and went straight to my boyfriend's apartment. I promised him I'd drop by so we could go to the meeting together. I was excited to be alone with him, even if it meant only for an hour. I missed him. On the way to my boyfriend's apartment, I was window shopping. And I remember Akiko's words, to highlight my cheerful nature and my hot body. I saw an outfit that would do exactly that. I promised myself I'd return to the shop and try it out on my way to the office. I arrived at my boyfriend's place, excited about that day. He noticed the difference in my behavior.
Come on in. I've been waiting for you.
The last couple of days without you were like an eternity.
Did you use them well? Have you been studying?
Yes, I had to hit the books. I haven't seen much of Mom either.
My poor baby. You're in a good mood now.
Yes, I'm excited about today. Not only that, but I feel a rush of confidence.
You'll pass your exam this time. Don't worry. And I was getting ready to teach you some more.
Lesson 1. Bring your girlfriend something to drink. Lesson 2. Tell me how much you love me.
Want to switch roles? And that's how you want to play?
His brow furrowed and he threw himself over me. He was tickling me until I almost lost my breath laughing. Stop, please. You'll mess up my makeup and hair.
You'll fix it later. What difference does it make?
He ruffled my hair on purpose to have fun. We were playing in bed, kissing, forgetting about time. I accidentally glanced at the time and panicked because we were supposed to get going. Love, did you forget we had a meeting today? We lost track of time.
So what? I never saw Mizuki angry, so we're safe. I don't want to get out of bed. Not yet.
I don't want to leave the bed either. Unless I have to change the position.
I love it when we're on the same track.
We were lying one next to another, filled with love, and hoping that moment would last forever. He drew me closer, lay on his back, and managed to lift me with his free hand. I was lying on top of him and saw the way he was looking at me. In a blink of an eye, the chemistry between us turned into a real explosion. Nothing else mattered. Only the two of us and the fire we didn't want to put out. My hair was a mess, my clothes were wrinkled, and above all, we were late for the meeting. The pleasure and happiness I felt were well worth it.
We look happy, but terrible. As if we got wet.
You think they're gonna guess why we are late?
Of course. Your cheeks are red, your pupils are dilated. You have that satisfied and content look on your face.
I don't want to stop smiling. What I want to do is to look presentable. I fixed my makeup and hair, but I didn't have the time to iron my clothes. That's why I asked my boyfriend to stop by the shop on our way to the office. He wasn't delighted that he had to keep me company while shopping, but I couldn't stop thinking about that outfit. I'd love to make a good first impression. At the last moment, I changed my mind and returned to the clothes on the shelf. We started walking toward the office, and when we finally arrived, he couldn't hold it in anymore.
I was waiting for you while you were trying out the clothes, only to see you return it.
I changed my mind. I'll go there another time. Mizuki saw us and headed towards us.
Hi! You're among the first ones here. Everybody's late today.
At least we're not the worst.
Are you okay? You look like you've been sleeping in those clothes.
It's my fault.
Oh, I'll forgive her then. Our new teammate has just arrived. Let me introduce you to him.
While we were walking toward him, I used the opportunity to fix the wrinkles on my clothes and to look at myself in the glass door. That was when I caught him looking at me, and I blushed.
This is Hiroki Yamauchi.
Hi, I'm glad to finally meet you.
I was confused and whispered something along the lines of, "Glad to meet you." He was tall and handsome. His posture and attitude were impeccable.
So, you're Akiko's friend I've heard so much about.
I guess so.
I know so much about you, and frankly, I'm a bit confused. I feel as if I already know you.
He smiled at me and sized me up. He ran his fingers through his hair to cover his nervousness, and I felt ashamed because of the way I looked.
Well, pal, it's high time you met me. She's my girlfriend.
He extended his hand without a smile and held it for a couple of seconds. Hiroki's face didn't show a trace of discomfort. Mizuki and I smiled, trying to be friendly. We signaled to them to come to the table and wait for the others. I sat next to my boyfriend and expected Hiroki to take a seat opposite to us. However, he took a chair and sat right next to me. He was so close that I could smell his perfume. I put my hands in my lap and tried to appear calm. All of a sudden, my boyfriend raised his hand to move a strand of my hair from my face. Thanks, love.
I have to take care of that rascally hair of yours.
You're so cute!
It's obvious you're crazy in love with each other. Somebody finds their soulmate for eternity. Others are prone to falling in love as soon as they see a pretty girl.
I have eyes for one girl only.
Hiroki was trying to catch my eye, and he winked at me. My cheeks turned flaming red. We fell silent. Luckily, Mizuki was the one to break the ice.
I'll bring us some refreshments while we are waiting. I'll come back quickly.
I felt even more embarrassed at that moment. I was stuck between the devil and the deep blue sea. The guys were quiet, nervously tapping their fingers on the table. How much more should we wait for them?
They'll come, I'm sure. They would certainly have called Mizuki by now if they wanted to cancel the meeting.
Yes, Akiko called me right before you guys arrived and told me she was on the train. She said we could start without her.
I'd rather wait for her. Akiko and I have been doing some research together.
How long do you know Akiko?
Since high school. We've been inseparable ever since. A noise was heard in the hallway, and soon others appeared. Mizuki brought fresh lemonade and, having counted us all, started the meeting.
First, I want to welcome Hiroki. He'll be in charge of the music, together with me.
I can't wait to start making music again. I'm a little rusty. The last time I played the piano was before I graduated.
You said that like it was in the Dark Ages.
You don't look a day older than 18.
Well, thanks a lot, my ladies. I'm a bit older than you think.
They want to squeeze the last bit of information out of him.
I can see that. What's left is they take his body measurements.
Hiroki, I apologize once again. The ladies are a bit off today.
It's okay. I don't mind it. I like to be the center of attention.
I'm beginning to feel we won't be talking much about work at this meeting. Hiroki is really knocking socks off.
My cousin is always in the spotlight wherever he goes. He is charismatic and very friendly.
I still don't get it how he didn't meet you before. You look familiar.
We would have met him if Akiko hadn't been hiding him from us.
What's wrong with you? Who takes their older cousin everywhere? I couldn't wait to get rid of him.
Akiko, I won't ever forgive you this. You broke my heart.
While we were teasing Akiko, Katsumi was just sitting in silence. He was studying Hiroki, wondering where he had seen him before. Hiroki's voice sounded strangely familiar to Katsumi. Katsumi held a set of keys, fiddling with it. One of his keychains slipped from his hand and slammed onto the table. Having heard that, everybody turned to Katsumi.
Wow, cool keychain. I have the same. I left it at home.
This one? You want to know what it represents?
Of course. Every true fan of virtual reality games knows that. The 3 stones that open the gate to the Shadow Knight's castle.
What are these two on about?
They're talking about Katsumi's favorite video game. I gave him that keychain for his birthday.
Nice of you. I didn't know that. You know Katsumi very well. It's easy for you to pick a gift for him.
Very sweet of you.
Yes, I saw Katsumi was really into that game, but I don't know much about that symbol. 2 separate conversations were taking place. One between Hiroki and Katsumi, the other between Rokoto, Mizuki, Akiko, and me. The topic was the same, but the mood was completely different. Suddenly, Katsumi stood up and addressed Hiroki in a wry way.
I remember now. Your hero. The self-proclaimed hero, because of whom I stopped playing Shadow Time.